يا أيها الذين آمنوا اصبروا وصابروا ورابطوا واتقوا الله لعلكم تفلحون.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Alhamdulillah wa salli ala Rasulil Kareem. Amma ba'd. MashaAllah, the Qur'an completed the recitation of Surah Al-Naml, which we spoke about yesterday, and completed the recitation of Surah Al-Qasas today. So we'll speak about Surah Al-Qasas. Surah Al-Qasas is, by the definition of the name, is a surah in which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala discusses stories of the prophets. And at the core of this, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala discusses the story of Musa alayhi salam. Therefore, when Allah starts off Surah Al-Qasas, He actually says, نَتْلُو عَلَيْكَ مِن نَبَإِ مُوسَى وَفِرْعَوْنَ بِالْحَقِّ لِقَوْمٍ يُؤْمِنُونَ. That we will give you the story of Musa and Fir'aun in this specific surah so you can understand it properly. And you can also be able to identify where the falls were for Fir'aun and his nation Qarun, and how we protected Musa alayhi salam and his believers. We will not go through the entire story of Musa alayhi salam. I shared a link in the past of a lecture by R.D. Abdullah Evans that he gave at our Miftaah circle, and I can share it again. But I will skim over the majority of the story and focus on 2 points. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala from the beginning, and this in Surah Qasas is the best chronological order of the story of Musa alayhi salam. The surah comes in Surah Taha. It comes 15 times in the Quran. So it comes multiple times. But in Surah Qasas, it comes chronologically. It comes in a manner that this is what happened first, this is what happened second. So Allah explains that Musa was born at a time where Fir'aun and his people were killing male children. And when she got scared, Allah said, don't worry. Put him inside the box, put him inside of a river, and don't be scared. We'll bring him back to you, and we're going to make him amongst the prophets. Despite her not being a prophet herself, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala inspired her. And we find that to be true till now. We don't even be inspired by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If we put our trust into Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, وَمَنْ يَتَوَكَّلْ عَلَى اللَّهِ فَهُوَ حَسْبُهُ, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala would create a means out of the difficulty for us. This child goes to the palace of Fir'aun, and Asya, the wife of Fir'aun, sees this child, and the love of this child seeps into her heart, and she says, قُرَّةُ عَيْنٍ لِي وَلَكَ. Perhaps this child can be the coolness of both of our eyes. عَسَىٰ أَن يَنْفَعْنَا أَوْ نَتَّخِذَهُ وَلَدًا. And she said, maybe we can benefit from this kid, or we can adopt the kid. Fir'aun was not for this. He still wanted to kill the kid, but through his wife's appeal and request, he kept it. And after some time, the sister of Musa alayhi salam was sent by the mother of Musa alayhi salam to find out where this child went. And she went and she saw that it ended up in the lap of the Pharaoh himself, right? Rather than getting away from Fir'aun, it ended up going straight to Fir'aun. And in the story, Allah shows us that it doesn't matter how many enemies we may have. It doesn't matter what's going on. If Allah wants something to happen, He will make it happen in front of your face, and the person can't do anything about it. Like, it's happening in front of the person who is trying to kill all of these kids, so that a prophet doesn't come that takes over his community. And Allah sends the kid to his palace. Number one, the kid is put inside of a box and can't breathe. He's put inside of the river. We don't know where the river is going to go. Number three, the king picks him up himself, the Pharaoh himself. And there's a death sentence written on this kid now. But still, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala creates a way out of this for this child, where the mother comes and becomes the nurser for this child, because Musa alayhi was not taking from any other nurser, and Fir'aun actually pays her for this. And as time goes on, he is raised in the palace of Fir'aun, and he gets into a tussle where he hits someone, and by accident, when he hits him, he passes away. And the next day, the same thing happens, and now this person who sought his help the first day goes ahead and he tells everyone else. So what happened was, the first day, this man was arguing with someone else, and the person from his tribe said to him, فَاسْتَغَاثَهُ الَّذِي, like he asked him for help. And when he asked him for help, Musa alayhi salam just hit the other guy, and he died. Right? It wasn't intentional, neither was it planned. It just happened to be that it was one hit, فَقَضَى عَلَيْهِ. He just fell down and he passed away. And he made dua of maghfir, Allah forgive me, this was not something that I wanted to do. The next day, the same person who was arguing with the last person who passed away, he is getting into a tussle again. And he asked Musa again, can you help me? Now Musa says, hey man, I'm going to hit you today. Now this guy, who was the one that sought help both days, he gets scared and he says, oh, are you going to do what you did to the other person yesterday? When you killed the other person, are you going to kill me too? And now everyone found out that the Musa was a killer of that guy. And now people are looking for him and he will get in trouble. So one of his friends come to him and say to him, hey, قال يا موسى إن الملأ يأتمرون بك ليقتلوك. There are people in the palace that are trying to kill you. It's best that you leave this city. So he leaves. And when he leaves, he continues to travel and continues to move forward out of fear that something may happen to him. And finally he reaches the land of Madian, right, the land of Shu'aib alayhi salam. And when he gets there, he sees this well. The people are huddled around the well trying to get water. And there are two women that are all the way in the back that cannot get water. They're all the way in the back, right? And then when everyone else gets the water, they actually put the lid on top of the well, so the woman now can't even get water. So they're stuck because they can't uncover the well. So when he sees this, he says, قَالَ مَا خَطْبُكُمَا. What's wrong? What's going on? How come you guys are not getting water? Right? قَالَتَا لَا نَسْقِي حَتَّى يُسْرِ الرِّيَاعُ وَأَبُونَا شَيْخٌ كَبِيرٌ. We've come here and we can't get the water until everyone else gets their water. And before Musa asking that, why is your brother or why is your husband or why is your father not here, they just say themselves, وَأَبُونَا شَيْخٌ كَبِيرٌ, that our father is very elderly, he can't come here. So that it already answered the question. And that's how it should be when we're having discussions with the opposite genders, that the discussion is permissible, but we should not create talk where it's not necessary, right? Nonetheless, he goes and he lifts that lid that normally it would take 10 people to lift, and he gives them water. And as he gives them water, they continue to move on and they leave. They don't really say, okay, thank you so much, and mashallah, you're so strong, and you're so helpful. Boom, they just leave. They continue their journey back to their house. This is one of the points that I wanted to discuss today, where Musa alayhi salam, after doing this, he went under a tree, and he's literally what we would call a fugitive and homeless right now. Like, you can't be in a more vulnerable situation, right? You have nowhere to be, you have no money, you have no means of income, you have nothing going on. You're and also you're scared, so you're running away from something that you're afraid that you're going to get punished for. He makes this one dua, and the dua that he makes is manifested in so many different ways by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the acceptance of it. He makes one small dua. He says, Rabbi inni lima anzalta ilayya min khairin faqir. What a powerful dua. So, oh Allah, I am a poor person for whatever you choose to send my way. Meaning that I'm a faqir, I'm so poor that anything good that you send to me will be sufficient for me. Send me anything. I'm not asking for a Mercedes. Give me any car. I'm okay. Give me any job. Give me any shelter. Whatever, inni lima anzalta ilayya, whatever you send down upon me from goodness, I'm a needy person towards it. I won't be picky. Whatever you send my way, I'll accept it. Just send me whatever you have in store for me. And when he made this dua, right, sometimes we choose to make very specific du'as, which is nothing's wrong with that. But at times our du'as can be for the objective and not for the source. The objective is to be happy. The source is this job. Oh Allah, give me happiness. May it be coming from this job or may it come from another job. Oh Allah, give me peace. May it be from purchasing this house or purchasing another house. We make dua for the source. We should learn how to make dua for the objective. Because many a time the source is given to the person, but the objective that they wanted that thing for is not complete. They don't get the objective, right? So Musa over here makes dua for the objective. Oh Allah, whatever you give me, I'm a poor person for it. And now because of this dua, he's given three things. The three things that we require while living in life. Number one, he's given a wife. Allah gets him married to the daughter of Shu'aib alayhi salam. Number two, he's given a home to live in, where he's living with an elderly prophet in Shu'aib in most narrations. And number three, he's also given a job. He's also given a job. All he did was one act of kindness, right? Normally what happens in life, our acts of kindness are incentivized. We want to do something because there's an incentive in it. But if we do things without incentives, they create the best results in the courts of Allah and also in this world, right? It's not that they did good to me, so I did good back to them, or I did good to them, so everyone should know about it. No, I do it because that's my duty in this life. The khairun nasi anfa'ahum linnas. That the greatest of people are the ones that can benefit people with the most, that can benefit the most people. And that's what Musa alayhi salam, he just helped people for the sake of helping, and he did not ask them. He had a full right to ask them that, hey man, I just helped you out, hook it up, give me some money, give me something. No, he helped them and he turned towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And that's also a means of our dua being accepted, that we make our dua post helping someone else out. Like Zakaria alayhi salam helped out Maryam alayhi salam, and then he made his dua, right? When you give sadaqah, then you make your dua. When you help an abd of Allah, when you help Allah's slave or Allah's amma, Allah's servant, and then you turn towards Allah, Allah loves that because you just helped someone that He loves, and now He'll help you. So it's like a shortcut to having your dua accepted, right? This is why when a person makes dua for someone behind their back, the angels reply and say, "Walaka mithla," like you get whatever you made dua for the other person. So number one, he helped someone. Number two, he made a dua directly to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and he was given the three things that we require in life: a family, right? Without a family, we're lonely. He needs a house, or else he's homeless, and he's a job. Without that, he's jobless. One dua gave him all those three, right? Because he made dua for the source. He made dua for the objective, not the source. He didn't say, "Oh Allah, I helped these people out, so help me." Oh Allah, whatever you have in store for me, I'm okay with it. Not that I'm gonna be picky with whatever you give me. Whatever you give me, I will accept it because I'm faqir for you. Ya ayyuhan nas wa antumul fuqara'u ila Allah. We are poor in the eyes of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us the ability to identify that the source of help is the source of having our dua accepted. One of them is to help people without an incentive. And number two, make these du'as for the objective, not always for the sources, because the sources may come without the objective. But when the objectives come, we don't even need the source because we have Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala giving us the objective of that dua. Then time went on, and of course he went back to Fir'aun as a prophet with Harun alayhi salam, and he gave him da'wah, and Allah freed him from Fir'aun through the journey of the sea, where the sea was split open for them. And Qarun was another individual that Allah speaks about in the surah, where he was also destroyed. And the reason for him being destroyed was he was actually from the family of Musa. And Qarun kana min qawmi Musa, the family or from the qawm of Musa. He was from his people, right? From the Bani Israel. But one of the mistakes that he did was قال إنما أوتيته على علم عندي. قال إنما أوتيته على علم عندي. He said that I have been given this, whatever I have in life, I have been given it because of my own effort, my own knowledge. And Allah did not like that. Whatever we have is not because of our own effort, our own knowledge. It's because Allah allowed us to have it. Right? And فَخَسَفْنَا بِهِ وَبِدَارِهِ الْأَرْضِ. Allah had the earth sunk open to eat him or to swallow him because of an accusation that he threw at Musa alayhi salam, that he had an illicit relationship with somebody else. And obviously that was completely false. So Allah told Musa alayhi salam that the earth is at your power. Whatever you want to do, it will do for you. And he told the earth to suck in Qarun. So what led to that was the fact that he was arrogant over what he had. If Allah has given us things, we should not become more blessings, should be a source of more gratitude, not more arrogance. Why more gratitude? Because we know we couldn't do it on our own, right? We know it was someone else that did it for us. So let's not act like it was us. Yes, we have to make effort, right? Without effort, we can't get anything, right? Our effort is us planting the seeds, and our du'as is us, Allah watering the seeds for us. So that's the two. Those are the 2 points that I wanted to discuss. Number one, the dua of Musa alayhi salam, and number two, why Qarun was destroyed. May Allah SWT bless all of us and allow us to benefit from these reminders. Hopefully we'll see you all today at 6 p.m. and at 9:30 p.m. with Shaykh Abdullah Mufti Abdul Rahman. Jazakallah khair wa akhu da'awana alhamdulillah bil alameen. So I had a question. What is the difference between sunnah and sibqa? I'm not sure what the second word is. If you can please rewrite the second word. And inshallah, soon we will have one session only for Q&As for Quranic questions, inshallah. I will send that your way, perhaps tomorrow. I'm not sure what the second word is. The attendee that's asking the question. So if I'm unable to answer it now, please send it to admin@miftah.org. Inshallah, tomorrow I'll answer it in this session, if that's okay with you. Jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Sibghatullah. Sibghatullah is deen, it's our religion. لِكُلٍّ جَعَلْنَا مِنْكُمْ شِرْعَةً وَمِنْهَاجًا. It's our sharia. And sunnah is our prophet's implementation of that sharia, right? Minhaj. Every prophet had their own manhaj. Every prophet had their own processes that they utilized. But Sibghatullah is the religion of the sharia of Allah that never changed. It's the religion of Allah, right? And our prophets were given that same religion, and they implemented it in their own ways. That's where sunnah comes, right? So in order to have our deeds accepted, we have to have the sibgha, which is iman in Allah, and we also have to have the sunnah, which is the process the Prophet taught us how to do it. We can't just have iman in Allah and pray salat, because we have to know how to pray salat, and that's where we find the sunnah of the Prophet to come in to teach us how to pray. We don't find out how to pray from the Quran. We find out how to pray from the sunnah, from the ahadith, from the prophetic narrations. So that is the connection between those two words. Hope that makes sense, inshallah. Jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.